Hey, I'm Nathan. I'm a sophomore. Wait, let me do that again. Hey, I'm Nathan. I'm a sophomore and I go to the Aberdeen campus. Well, I felt there's gotta be more. I'm reading my Bible, going to church. What more can I do that's not just surface level? Where I'm actually sitting down with people and talking with them and praying for them. I really just wanted to go further into what God has in store for me. A couple weeks, I was just going to youth group, and I was like, man, I don't wanna go here by myself, because it was just me when the church opened. So I was like, I gotta bring some friends. I started bringing some friends, and I was like, man, these people, they need to feel loved. They need to feel the environment that's here. Hey, what are you doing Wednesday? You wanna come? And they were like, yeah, dude. And then they just kept coming back. Being somebody who can listen to your friends is really important in my life. I've noticed that when I actually listen to what they're saying, they go on and on and on and talk and open up, which is really good. Following Jesus is hard, especially when you don't feel like it, because then you start thinking that it's about you. When you think it's about you, then you have to realize it's not about me, it's about the kingdom. And so once you start realizing that it's not about you, that challenge of I don't feel like it, so I'm not gonna do anything today, disappears, and it becomes, I know I don't feel like it, but because of who God is and what He said and what He's called me to do, I'm gonna continue doing whatever that is. I think another obstacle would be what people think. So for me, everybody thinks or wants me to be all the sports athlete, but it's that feeling that I have to do this stuff because of what other people say, when it's really, I have to do this stuff because of what big man says, you know what I'm saying? If you don't make time for God, you're never gonna have time for God. Instead of finding the time, you wanna make your time. That's when it truly comes a passion to make time for God. Some of the moments that stand out for me are when after youth group, some of the kids go home, and then the mom of that kid comes back, and this kid's not a Christian, and the mom's yeah, he had such a great time. He's never felt so loved and engaged and happy. I'm wow, that means so much to me, because it's you're making a difference in their lives when they go home and their mom notices a difference. Sometimes when I think about somebody that's driving me nuts, and I'm God, what this helps me, God, what do you think of this person? And He just opens my eyes to all these amazing things where He could go on and on and on about what He thinks about this person. I'm holy cow, I'm so off. This guy's amazing. Loving people isn't as hard as people say. You just need to be curious and care about them. Don't underestimate the power of God through you. I think a lot of people don't realize who God is and what He's done, and that same power lives inside of you. And when you not take advantage of that, but when you realize that, you step into a whole new world of possibilities of what God can do through you. I know God will prevail because of what I've seen Him do before. I know it's not in my own strength that I can do this, but it's because of what He's done that I can do this. Hey, I'm Nathan, and I'm a difference maker.